This job is in Centralia, California, down by Yuma, California, and we're at a Centralia Prison Sewage Pond. They need to connect 4 sewage ponds, so they got to put a pipe through the levee that each pond has, the bank of the pond, to the next pond. So we got to put a pipe in. And of course, here's the mound. The pond bank isn't high enough, so they had to make a mound of dirt here. We're just going out, make a little horseshoe back over to here. And they're just putting, in this corner here, they're putting a pipe to the next pond. This AquaDam's a 12-foot high by 210 feet. Excuse me, this is a 16-foot high dam, not a 12-foot high dam. A 16-foot high dam by 212 feet long, open-ended on both ends. We got the AquaDam sitting on top of the berm. I've taken off the ropes and the protective wrap. We're going to go out, make a little loop, and back in right over into here. They're working right in here. The AquaDam's ready to put hoses in the end. It's unrolled off the dirt berm. It's waiting for water.
No, not this.
We've been pumping for about 20 minutes. Now we've been pumping for about an hour and a half. We've got the AquaDam out about 70 feet, and now it's time to turn it. We're trying to pull this AquaDam around.
That rope?
We're tightening up this rope that goes to the bottom of the bag, to the bottom of the AquaDam, so we can make this corner. It's done with a slip knot so we can adjust it if we need to. You can see how we've got the turn going in it. Now as it fills up, we've got 4 pumps running to the outside edge and 1 pump running on the inside tube. The outside tube out here has much more it's longer and it'll have much more water in it than the inside tube has, which is along here. This is the dewatered area, or it's going to be, it's this corner here. They're going to put a culvert right across this embankment. A culvert in to drain one pond to the other pond. I'm standing on the end of the AquaDam roll here. There's the roll. I'm standing on the outside edge of it. And here's the log that the AquaDam's rolled up on. You can see the rope here is wound around the log this way, this way, this way. So when we pull on it with the excavator, way over there, that the log unrolls with the rope. So the more he pulls, the more the log twists. Back here, because the rope's wrapped the right way around the log to make this happen. It can't be wrapped the other way, it doesn't work. Here in the middle of the AquaDam, we always leave a 5 to 6 inch flap. There it is. I've cut a hole in it, tied this rope to it. That goes over there. Now we're going to pull on this here eventually. This part here is going to the bottom. It will go to the bottom approximately right there. So we tie the rope here, so when it rolls over, it'll be on the bottom right there, about 3 feet out from where the AquaDam is right now. And this will help assure making our turn, which is we have to get straight to this bank over here. Right at the moment we're not. This end here has 25 feet to go. This end over here has 65 feet to go. We have to keep pulling on this rope to make this turn. And once we get a little advantage, we have to tie the ropes off so it won't go back on it. So the ropes hold it in place. We've also got, when we first started out, because we were going to pull on this AquaDam, put 3 ropes going, one here, one here, one here, going over there. Now the ropes go to the bottom of the AquaDam, and this helps keep us from, as we pull on the AquaDam to make the turn, from crowding his work area. So we don't want to pull on it. The easiest thing to do is pull the AquaDam into the work area, which is in here, and he needs all this space. So that's why, to assure that, we've used ropes, and those ropes go back to the right angle, so we used lots of ropes. So far we're up to about 1,200 feet. Now we're pulling it with this excavator. You can see it moves very slowly. There's the rope going to the end of the log. And that's it. You gotta let it fill up some more. Again, the outside, there's 2 inside tubes. The outside tube on this side is what the outside would be, because this is the lake side. The other side is going to be the dewatered side. The outside tube here has got significantly more length to travel than the inside tube. So we've got 4 pumps on this tube and 1 pump on the inside tube, 3 inch. And because the water is 9.5 feet deep, it takes a while for it to pump up. And so be patient, and it's all going to happen today. Now the rope that I tied here in the middle just a second ago that I told you about when I was out there, so it's going underneath. It goes back to where that red pump is, to a fence post in front of that cat loader. We're slowly bringing the far end around. It's got to go up to this bank and hit it square. It can't hit it at an angle like it's going now. So we've got to hit the bank square, and that's what we're trying to accomplish here. Here we are with the rope that goes out that I tied to the by the seam that's on the bottom of the AquaDam when it unrolls. There it is going out. And it goes straight to the bottom down there, and that helps hold the turn in. The AquaDam. We're getting closer and closer. You can see the two ropes, one here, one over here. They're going to the bottom of the AquaDam to hold it in place. Got to make another pull. I've got to straighten this board, this AquaDam out so it comes up on the bank evenly. So I got to make another pull with it, with a rope. You! The excavator's pulling the AquaDam around. He's pushing this end out and over to avoid this aeration unit here. Nice and slow. Oh, there you go. Now the excavator's bucket's going to stay right there as the AquaDam keeps filling up. It's going to have to roll up the bank and hit this mound of dirt. That increases the height of the pond bank here, and we need that height for the inside of the AquaDam. We're going to tie this rope off right there. Goes back to the fence post. We got a nice little half moon in here. This is the outside edge. Now the AquaDam is square, almost square to the bank it's going to run up on. We're going to pull on it with the excavator. Now we finally got the bucket. It's got a rope on it to the back of the bucket. Now the AquaDam's going to go up and over that rope, and thus it'll line right up with this pile of dirt that we put here. This is the next morning. Because of the prison rules here, we had to leave their property at 3:30. So we had to shut our pumps off, or this would have been done on day one. But here's how we left the AquaDam over the night. We're going to finish pumping her up now. We were out of here by 4 o'clock. We should have stayed here until 8 o'clock and got this done. But everything's going well, and it's a new day, and hopefully this will be done here by this afternoon.
I have to read the spec, but John, let me do it.
Yeah. No, you're not on it. You've got about that far. Try and move this AquaDam over. That rope ain't gonna hit me. Well, that excavator, right at the moment, they can't pull sideways. Now he's trying to back up. It wouldn't pull this by swinging. They don't swing worth a darn. And evidently he's gonna break the rope. It's only a 300-pound test rope. We moved it over, but we didn't move it over enough to clear this sign with the electrical stuff, so I guess we're going to live with it where it is and put dirt around this post. So now we got a steel choker cable around that into the log, so it definitely ain't gonna break now. Wait a second, where's that other one at? Huh? Wait a second, this way. Up this way. Yeah. Over, get it up there. Get it up there. loosening up this post right here so we won't bend it as the AquaDam pushes on it when it gets fuller. Yep. We had to extend out the berm here on top of the pond bank. That's what we're doing right now. Of course, it's too long on the other side, not long enough on this side. So we're customizing it right now to fit where the AquaDam actually ended up at, which is only 2-3 feet from where we started, but the berm wasn't long enough then, and so now we're making it a little bit bigger. This slack is because the inside radius of the AquaDam is much shorter than the outside, so that's why we have all this slack. It's probably going to leak more underneath the AquaDam, right here underneath all these pleats, than anywhere else along the AquaDam, provided everything's the same. We don't go over something that's laying on the bottom that we don't know of. An old, this is man-made, so probably not. The AquaDam at this point is a little over 12 feet high. Okay, the AquaDam's pumped up. We've moved the pumps. We're now dewatering the work area, which is here, of course. You can see the pumps have already taken down the water from this mark down to water's edge. Geez, they dropped that in about 10 minutes. So we've got a great sill underneath this AquaDam. It's approximately 12 o'clock noon. There, we've turned off the pumps, pumping into the AquaDam. It's full. We're dewatering the work area. We've got her pumped down about 2 feet. WaterStructuresAquadam.com. 20 minutes have passed since the last picture. We've dropped the water level easily another 16 inches. So it's going down fast. That means we got a great sill on the bottom of it so far. A little bit later, approximately 30 minutes since the last time, they've cleaned the screens of the two pumps, plus they moved them down the hill. So the suction hoses could reach the water. Everything looks great. It's going down fast. Looking from across the pond. From another angle. They have 4 ponds to do. Cleaning the screen looks pretty darn clean when they pulled it up. So we've dewatered 6 feet of water. We've got 3 feet left. So the side of this AquaDam is moved about 3 feet into the dewatered area, but his hole starts way over here. So he's still a good 20 feet away from the end of his pipe. So far he's got lots of work room to accomplish his task of putting a pipe through that levee there from one pond to the other. A 16-foot high AquaDam, holding back approximately 9.5 feet of water. That rope's tied to the end of the hose. Of course, the end of the hose got a bunch of garbage sucked on it. Well, the last couple of feet is going to take a long time because the screens are all plugged. And nobody wants to get down in the hole and unclean them. you can see the suction hose isn't long enough, and I've warned them of that before we ever sold them the AquaDam. And here again, they're just fighting it. They just don't have long enough suction hoses. Those pumps have automatic oil shut-offs when they're on an angle like that. So they have to keep cleaning the end of the thing. That means all that paper down there, all those little specks need to go to that pump. And it's an inlet, but they let their crew go home, didn't want to pay them overtime. Started at 6 o'clock in the morning, it's 2 o'clock and they're gone. They're out of here. So now you've got one guy, the job foreman actually, what a worker. But I mean, that's slick. He could slide all the way down into that. Just not a good idea to be here with just one person. Well, it's time to go. They've actually are below, the water in here is below the cut they plan on putting into the bank through to the other pond. So the water depth is 2 feet below there, so they don't even need to get all the water out of this little area here. So we're going to call this one done, and they're going to work on this with a crew a little bit more tomorrow. They're going to have to keep those pumps clean, the filters clean, the suction screen cleaned is what I mean, not a filter. And nobody should be here by themselves. And so everybody's going to call her quit here and start again tomorrow. I will not be here, so this is the last of the film. Just a cesspool down there. They're going to move this AquaDam and do all 4 ponds. They of course are going to move it themselves. The contractor is. Which comes down to one guy that I talked to on the phone, and evidently this gentleman. And gee, what a lot of work. I don't know that they're prepared for this. It's a lot of work to move this AquaDam. And of course they don't have a crew that works every day together, so I just don't know, but they've paid me, so I can only give them all the support I can, and it's up to them. It's got to take a can-do type guy, and this gentleman by the name of James is a can-do type guy. It's kind of like it's getting thicker and thicker there on the bottom. These pumps, they've done a lot. They're going to do it, but they're really too small for this. Need a big trash pump, 6-inch. Done for the day. Pumps are shut off, and too much stuff clinging to the screens, and they've got to have a crew here to just address the cleaning of the screen. All that paper there is going to go to those pumps, so every piece has got to be picked off of it, or you're going to take a rake and rake that up out of there. That means somebody's going to get down there in a pair of waders, and but it ain't a job to do from the top of the bank. It's a job to do from being down there, or the pumps have to do it, and I'm not sure they're up to it, but
Well, those are trash pumps. You could pump a lot of shit through there, but these